I think. Because like Xbox One uses Bluetooth. Like the newest controllers, anyways, they use Bluetooth. So you should, theoretically, you shouldn't need a dongle, but I'm not sure what's happening with the live controllers. But I think they still have a dongle on the Xbox One. The search continues, yeah. Yeah, it really sucks that you have to like... Because they don't make official ones anymore or something, so... It's kind of hard to find anything. Does it not cost a house with shipping included? Sometimes you get bamboozled by shipping. You bought a 4K monitor? But why? The glorious PPI. I mean, I guess if you have the horsepower to get 4K, then why not? Oh, do you mean... yeah, I don't know about working on 4K. I've been working on my laptop, so I don't... I'm used to work on a small screen. Oh yeah, don't worry, Gondrake, that will die pathetically somewhere. Oh, talking about laptops, did you guys see the new XPS 17? It looks so fucking dope. Oh, you just meet a subway station. I see. So working on two 4K monitors. Well, I don't have a... I mean, I do have a desk at work, but... I usually have nothing on my desk, and I just bring my laptop with me. I can work just on one laptop. I mean, it's a pretty common thing on websites like Craigslist and shit. That the only way that you can get the thing is to pick it up somewhere. I see, Gondoric. I mean, according to your president, I guess there's no quarantine, right? Feels Brazil, man. Yeah, I think that's a macOS wallpaper, right? Like Mojave or something. That was weird. Oh, already? Oh, never mind. I thought. Okay, well that's good. Oh, Mojave is the dune. I see. Yeah, I mixed them up. Because I never used macOS before Catalina, so I don't remember the wallpapers. Alright, see you later, Shark. Yeah, I've always... It's been like 3 years I wanted to try macOS. But I held off until they released the 16-inch with a new keyboard. Because I really didn't want the old butterfly keyboards. And so when they released the 16-inch, I was like, alright, let's try it. Well, it's my work laptop, as in it's the one that I use for work, but I bought it myself. Like at work, they gave me an XPS 15 with Windows, and I just installed Ubuntu on it, and I used to work on Ubuntu. Yeah, it was expensive. So far, I'm really not convinced, but you know, I never used macOS before, so I wanted to give it a try. And you know, it's good, but it's fucking expensive for what it is. Okay, well that works, I guess. I mean, obviously better than working on Windows, but I was pretty nice on Linux. Yeah, also I didn't I mean, I already had Catalina out of the box, so I didn't have any issues with, because I know that the upgrade wasn't smooth. Yeah, I worked a lot with WSL back with the old version. I've heard the new one is much better. 2.0 is much better. Definitely the go-to setup for working on Windows, but I still think if I had the choice, I would just rather just work on Linux than WSL. Because there is nothing on Windows that I like really for working. You know, having to set up stuff like WSL and different command lines and just different package managers. Like, I'm not a fan of that when you have to work on Windows. I'm just more comfortable with just being on Linux. Nice. Well, that's where the run dies pathetically. Yeah, exactly, Angel. I mean, unless you have to because of like whatever you're coding with. But... What editor? VS Code, obviously. I mean, I'm doing like web developments. Like, it's really the go-to in web development. Unless you're a backend developer and you do PHP, then you're probably better with like PHP Storm, because the IDE is really great for PHP, but for JavaScript, VS Code is like so good. Because they're not free, no Pilios. Yeah, when I do Python, I also use VS Code. I mean, I know, like, at work, I could just, like, go to my boss and be like, hey, I want a license for WebStorm, and they would pay for it. Because they do that. But, you know, I like sticking with free stuff. If I can. And if you don't like Microsoft too much, there's a version of VS Code that has, like, all the Microsoft things removed. I know Typo uses that. Like, I don't remember the name, but there's a version of VS Code that it's like it's the exact same thing, but without the Microsoft, some of the Microsoft built-in shit. Yeah, for stuff like C++, I have no idea. I've never done C++. Like, I'm mostly doing JavaScript, so that's why I'm sticking with VS Code. What was that roll? What the fuck? Oh yeah, when I do C#, if I'm on Windows, I use Visual Studio, obviously, but when I was doing C# on Linux, I was using VS Code. Yeah. How good is my honest gold? I have no fucking clue. And when I do C, I also use VS Code. Just deal with like make files and everything myself. I mean, not like this was a good run, but now it's even more dead than it already was. I mean, this sub 2010 was dead already. Hey, C is great. I love C. Yeah, memory management is a thing you have to think of, but as like, you know, a junior, I guess, right? Because I'm still like young in the, as in how I started with programming and stuff. It's very easy to get comfortable with high-level languages like, you know, Python or JavaScript and stuff. So I think it's a nice reminder to do stuff like C, where you have to take care of everything yourself. It reminds you that, you know, not everything is taken for granted. Right, like just having to push stuff to memories and stuff, right? Like with C, you have to reallocate everything, take care of memory leaks and do everything yourself. It's a good reminder, I think, that we've come a long way. Hey Soldy, runs are kind of bad. I'm doing good, what about you? Like, I think as a junior, at least at school, it's a very good thing to have C classes. And that's what I had at school, and still have. My programming class is done in C. I know I'll do Java next year. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Java. It's kind of fun because like 2 years ago, I had a mobile device, like mobile programming. And so we were supposed to use Java to do it, but technically the course, like the class was not about Java. It was about making apps for Androids and iOS. So I just used JavaScript to do all my apps instead, because I was way more comfortable with that. Really? Kata was right. The brake. The power of the brake. I thought I would lose way more time than that on the... Okay, my green gold is there's no way I lost only 1 second. 1.5 seconds. There's no way. I can gold Gwyn then. There's no way that lost only 1.5 seconds. That's why I thought I wouldn't PB. Because I thought my green gold was decent. I was wrong. Alright, it's that run, Kumal. Fuck. Wall record by getting hit by a pendulum. God damn it.